First Last of Us episode with no tears. Nice. Did I have any tears last night? No, but the last, like, it doesn't matter because this next episode, we're gonna have enough tears to make up for 2 episodes. FYI, the new episode 5 that comes out this week is on Friday because Super Bowl Sunday is on Sunday, so they rearranged the schedule. So we have to figure out what that means for stream. I don't think Jario's happening this Friday. We'll have to figure out what my schedule is gonna look like. All right, here we go. We'll be talking about episode 4 of The Last of Us. Episode titled, Please Hold to My Hand. Is this short answer or multiple choice? This is not multiple choice. This is long and short answer. I matched my presentation. Oh my God, I did. Here we go. Last of Us episode 4. All right, so oh, by the way, when I put my Canva presentation together, I made sure to include this like box right here for my cam. So hopefully my webcam won't be blocking anything. I think I did it right. All right, so some of the themes we picked up on from this episode: bonding, okay? Both bonding through happy, light, relaxing moments and dark and scary moments, right? Levity. This was the first episode with real levity in it, I felt like, at least between Joel and Ellie. It was like a good injection of like happy moments into their universe, this episode. New types of danger. We've been focused on basically kind of like 1 and 2 types of danger up until this whole time, and then we finally discovered a new type of danger. And also self-discovery. I think there was a lot of self-discovery for both Joel and Ellie in this episode in different ways, which I'm excited to talk about. I really liked it. Felt like there was a lot of character development between those two this episode. All right. Ah, damn, it's a little cut off. It's a little cut off. Okay, well, actually, is that better? Yes, I fixed it. Okay. Ellie's gun. Let's talk about Ellie's gun. This episode begins with Ellie aiming her gun into a mirror. Okay, it was this shot right here. Also, I picked up on this little, where she's like kind of squinting one eye and trying to see which eye dominance she has for aiming down sights of a gun. And it reminded me of this shot, which is right around the same time in the game when she's using the rifle to cover Joel on top of the balcony. You can't resubmit the assignment after deadline. I will resubmit as many times as I'd like, thank you. So the eye squinting I thought was interesting. But anyway, so it opens on her in the bathroom with this gun. Just like, finally she has a moment alone with this gun that she has. And I felt like it was a moment of preview as to what she's gonna have to go through, and both the good and the bad of that gun, right? The curse and the blessing that comes along with having a weapon. She loves the power of it. She loves the ability to like protect herself and protect others with that gun. But she also maybe doesn't understand fully what the bad is. And it happens pretty soon in this episode. But her whole, I guess, quest to get this gun it's been surface level. It's been like, I want that item. I want that. I want to have that on my person. I want to feel protected. But there's never been a thought past that, like what the implications of having a gun and using a gun have on you as a person. The weight of the gun, not physically, but like metaphorically, the weight of it, which I liked. This felt like a good opening scene. I also felt like there was kind of like a hint there when she pulls out the mag and racks the round out of the chamber. She's done something before. She's done that before. People don't just like spawn in knowing how to do that. So that was interesting. And then also just like having the counter there felt like a workbench a little bit. I know there's like in part 2, the game, you play as Ellie and she's just like super proficient in like firearms and like the workbench, and you see her taking things apart and adding parts and breaking things down and all this shit. And so like that was like, it was like a little baby version of that. So anyway, interesting. I like the open scene. We got the joke book. We were waiting for it so patiently, and it showed up in such a big way this episode. The joke book, baby. Amazing. I loved it. I loved it. Okay, this book is the first intentionally written moment of levity. It was a physical item. It was a prop, a physical thing in the scene that represents levity. And it came right from the game. But there's so many different items, props, pieces of clothing, equipment in this show. Did I say game? In this show that have a lot of different implications to them. They represent someone who had passed. They represent the fact that they're in danger. There's all sorts of, but this book is like only happiness. It's only positive, only levity. I like that. The power of the joke book, Ellie can bust it out when it's daylight and everything's happy. Like right here in this scene when they're refilling gas. This is a happy day. It's like the sun's out. No one's around them. They're not in any imminent danger. The joke book fits there. But the joke book later on we see can also be used in other moments, slightly more scary and dark and unsure moments where danger is afoot, right? That's the kind of versatility of something like the joke book, which I like. I like that they showed the range. Not much, you know, just a little bit of fan service. So, some of my favorite visuals from the early part of the episode. This is also why I love Canva, because I can like mix different points I'm trying to make with visuals. I like having a slideshow. So these were some of the really, really cool shots that stuck out to me. This one right here on the top left was really neat. Just, it felt like such a cool dynamic shot. This was creepy right here. Them driving off-road into this like huge dark forest. And then this overhead drone shot was cool. I think this was by like the abandoned FedEx warehouse maybe. Yeah, I got my laser pointer. They're putting down the sleeping bags that they took from Bill and Frank's. Ellie goes, "It actually smells kind of good." And Joel says, "Well, that would be Frank's." Uncalled for. Literally, Bill didn't do anything. He's catching strays. He's dead. Come on. Joel's like, hey, he's dead, but I just want everyone here to know that like he's still smelly. Okay. This was Joel's first smile. They're laying down on the campground and she pulls out the joke book again. This was the joke book value. She's getting major mileage out of the joke book. Early and often. It's this like kind of spooky, lonely scene in the forest where they can't light a fire, they're cold, they're just trying to get some rest so they can keep driving. She pulls out the joke book and he smiles. It was such a big moment. He finally just like smiles. We haven't seen him have a smile in an interaction with someone that wasn't like, you know, maybe sarcastic or whatever. It was like a real, genuine, happy smile since Sarah. And then you fast forward to the end. This fucking made me laugh and almost cry. Where she says the diarrhea joke and he says that is so goddamn stupid. I laughed so fucking hard. I love that delivery. It was so good. Oh God, I love that. That just, yeah, that was perfect. It was perfect. The delivery was so good. It's so goddamn stupid. I liked seeing him smile. We hadn't had any of that, so that was good. I mean, this shot was, this is that good Joel and Ellie content that we've been waiting for. My dude doesn't even sleep. He stays up watching guard because he has this moment where she says, "No one's gonna find us, right?" And he says, "No one's gonna find us." And then you see him like think about it after he says it out loud, and he's like, he looks out into the forest and he looks at his gun. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta make sure that no one's gonna find us." Anyway, really like the shot. They had a lot of, it reminded me of that scene in episode 1 where he lays down to take a nap on the couch and then it just cuts right to like a few hours later or whatever. That little time passing thing that they do in game, they make it happen in the series too. I liked it a lot. I don't know what this is. This is probably nothing. But I saw them together looking at the map and it just like reminded me of this shot. So I don't know. I just wanted to put them together. Sometimes there doesn't have to be like a reason why certain things remind me of other things in the show or the universe, but I'm just trying to show my like train of thought a little bit. I really liked observing this shot being a constant throughout the episode. This is when they're about to pull off to the side of the road to camp and sleep. This is when they're approaching Kansas City and they see it's blocked, and then this is when they find themselves in the middle of the ambush. Really liked that they kept this shot so consistent, you know? Yep, I like this. Oh, this was, this is like the first kind of like fight where you have like Joel and Ellie are under fire after the ambush, and then Joel's just fucking starching these dudes. And he shoots this one guy, and he drops, and this guy out in the open just goes over and like checks his pulse or something. And it was NPC behavior, but what was also perfect NPC behavior was their like taglines, what they were yelling. They were like, it felt like I was in the level again, where they were just like yelling, you know, stupid stuff at him. Me and Valorant picking up a gun. Okay, fair. Yeah, they had a good amount of like NPC dialogue from these guys, which was good. Okay, this scene was fucking intense. Wow. Okay, so this was a big deviation as far as like they expanded on it from the game.
Be part of such a wonderful community.
And this guy killed it. This actor was really, really good. I was very emotional watching this part. This was really, really intense. So they added a bunch of dialogue with this guy that in the game, you basically just like waste him and it's over. In the game, Ellie isn't the one that shoots him. So you have Ellie hiding in this like hole in the wall while Joel like handles all the bad guys. And then one guy surprises Joel. He's not ready for it. He gets pinned down and it's not looking good for Joel. Ellie walks through the wall, holds out her arm and shoots this guy like in the lower back. It was like it was just like a very like not movie. It was like a real moment. It was like, okay, she's just gonna aim this gun as best she can. And she hits him in the lower back. And he's like, I think it was in the back. Maybe it was the chest, I don't know. There's center mass, I don't know. So he falls over. Joel's like trying to deal with what just happened because he like can't believe it. And then this guy goes through the fucking 5 stages of grief in the matter of like 30 seconds. And it was so intense. He tries to like reason. He's like, it's okay, it's over, we're not fighting. I'm gonna go home, you don't have to worry about me. And then he starts to freak out and panic. He's like, I don't know what to do, my legs don't work. So that's why I think he got shot in the lower back. I don't know what to do, my legs don't work anymore. And all of a sudden, he's this just young kid who's just watching his whole life slowly disappear in the matter of literally under a minute. And then he introduces himself. He introduces himself right before he dies. I'm Brian, what's your name? Fuck, man. And then calls out for his mom as he gets fucking finished off with that knife. Like, whew. This was a brutal scene. This is a really brutal scene. And they did a really good job. And it felt like they wanted you to feel all of what Ellie was having to take with her forever, and it worked. It was just like, all of a sudden the bad guy isn't just this big scary monster. That's like the simplicity of them fighting infected. There's a little bit of discussion where it's like, she asked, does it ever get hard to kill the infected knowing that they were once people? But it's kind of an afterthought because they're not people, they're infected. So it's very binary. It's like, we're good, they're bad. They're trying to kill us and make us bad, or infect us and make us bad. It's very easy, okay? We kill the infected. With this, it was like so gray. It was gray, and it hurt to watch this guy die. Even though he was trying to kill Joel, and he would have killed Joel, it still hurt. So this was a really, really powerful scene. And I loved it and I hated it. Yeah, this guy killed it. Really, really liked this scene. Okay, so both scenes where Ellie deliberately gets given a gun, both in game and in the show, happen after she kills someone or shoots someone. So in the game, she's covering him from the balcony and then he hands her that little Makarov. In the show, he's teaching her how to hold the gun and how to use it, which by the way, 10 out of 10, firearm tips with Joel, loved that. This was, Joel's apology that was definitely a moment for sure. Yeah, thumb over thumb. It's like, not only was it like actually proper grip and firearm manipulation tips that he's given her, which is like the opposite of what you see in a lot of movies. It's like real, somebody taught Pedro Pascal how to do that and he brought it to life in the game, which was cool. But this moment that they had where it was like, so in the game, I mean, listen, this is the beauty of this being a show. You have these tiny moments in game that don't ever really become anything past just like a line of dialogue, and they turned it into a scene because she's processing what just happened. He's processing how he allowed that situation to just kind of happen. And then he apologizes and she basically accepts the apology, and it's kind of a scene you don't really get in game. So I liked that we got it in the show. Yeah, really like this scene. Okay, some more visuals. I can't wait to show you the last slide of my presentation. I'm so proud. We'll get there though. I did some detective work. I love how they brought this character to life. These guards, right? Who really weren't even main characters in the game. This wardrobe and everything. Just loved that. Loved the color. Loved the red. I just loved it. Yeah, just some of my favorite shots. Visually liked them all. This was interesting because she's shooting the doctor inside the crate, but it kind of looks like she, from here, it looks like she's like pointing the gun at her own dude. I don't know. What could we be alluding to there? I just wanted to give massive props to the range of Bella Ramsey in this episode. We're like watching her jump on the treadmill and speed through having to mature as a person, like 10 times the rate of a normal person. And you're watching her go through these scenes. This is like pure fear. And like, just, there's so much happening on her face. You know, there's like these emotions that you hadn't seen yet. And she's just processing them. And then there's not even a moment to really think about it. She has to just like wipe away those tears and move forward. And I think she did a great job. This shot was really great. Oh yeah, I noticed this in my rewatch. So that's the slide. All right, on to the next. Oh dude, big cameo moment. Big cameo moment. The guy who played Tommy was this guy Perry. Pretty sick. No examples? No. You can go rewatch it and listen to the examples. I wasn't gonna audio record. Oh, maybe I was. Love this. I've literally never seen Jeffrey Pierce's face, I don't think, until this episode. What a great casting, little spot for him for a cameo. Love that, Julien justifying his 30-year-old old ass. Whoa! Okay, okay. If Pedro can make the dad noises, then I can too. And I already do. This is gonna lead into our first bloater sighting next episode, which they're clearly just keeping in the ground in a room. We're getting the bloater next episode. We know that. Okay, so we have pain on the horizon, chat. We have lots of pain on the horizon, okay? We are being taken to a restaurant on Friday. We have no choice in the matter. And if you Google the menu, it just has pain on it, okay? So just do with that what you will. It's gonna happen. It's not fair, but we're gonna cry and it's gonna be miserable, all right? We're gonna be force-fed pain. Can I just say that the casting looks just amazing and on point? I just love it. I love it and I hate it so fucking much. I can't believe they're gonna do it to us like this. This is what I'm saying. Like, people are saying, this is a filler episode, I didn't cry. Okay, tune in next week. You will cry. Enough for 2 episodes, minimum. Minimum tears for 2 episodes. Good luck to all of us. Yeah, this is gonna be some Friday. Turn up Friday night, crying on the couch. Okay, my brilliance moment is coming, okay? I think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong about this. Cause I'm not. That is him. Ain't no way. How did I see it? I don't know. That's what the rewatch does for me. I'm just like studying the screen instead of watching the show. That is him. Ain't no way I'm wrong. I can't be wrong. That is. Anyway. I don't know. We'll see. You were lost in Pedro's eyes. Oh, that's fair. Because like, I was actually looking around the newspaper. There was actually a face that looked kind of like the guard that Joel beat up when they were leaving the QZ. But I was like, it's too blurry. It's kind of reaching. What's the point? This feels like there's a point. This fucking guy, 40, 50 years ago, predicted the whole damn thing. And oh, we're in the middle of this world-ending pandemic. He's in the newspaper. Makes sense. Anyway, that is, in conclusion, I can't believe I spotted that. Overall, loved the episode. Shocker, right? Shocker. Yeah, I really like this episode a lot. Really like this episode. Prediction for next episode? I don't even think I need to. I think we're all just gonna suffer, and that's just what's gonna happen.
Are all doing well.
But we're gonna see a bloater, that's for sure.
Wonderful and worthwhile. Dink dink less than 3.
It was nice having an episode with no flashbacks. I agree. I really liked the lack of flashbacks. It felt like, all right, here's what's happening. So GG's, well done joke book. Well done Ellie and Joel. Well done Tommy, but not Tommy. Thank you for tuning in for this week's TLOU talk, or Last of Us talk. We'll be back next week. I think I'll still probably do it on Monday, even though this episode is gonna air on Friday. So if you're gonna watch this episode, you wanna watch it when it airs, Super Bowl weekend, it airs on Friday, not Sunday.